Hey guys, and welcome to yet another speed build. Woo woo! It's been a while, so apologies, but I am so busy. I've got less than 2 weeks till I go on holiday, and I just got a truckload backing up of stuff to get done before then. So I'm not too sure if I'm going to have time to do full speed builds. So maybe next week it'll be more live streams. Hopefully I can switch it up with the times that I do them. So yeah, if you haven't caught a live stream before, I think you should. There'll be one on Sunday. This Sunday, usual time, I think. Not too sure, but definitely this Sunday I'm going to do another live stream. We're finishing off the Bruh house. If you don't know what that is the Bro house on Windenburg, where Joaquim and Sergio Romeo live. Yep, we renovated that completely for a colour me, so we'll just be finishing off the landscaping, and maybe probably have time to fit in a room build or something on that one. But yeah, anyway, this is a traditional mansion, as the title and thumbnail does strongly suggest. So originally I built this 2.5 months ago. This is actually meant to be a collab, but that didn't happen. So I kind of think it was, all things happen for a reason. I think it was. I feel like this build was too good to give away at this point in time now. So this is going to be my baby. I haven't furnished this building yet. Yes, I know it's a two-parter, sue me. But there was just too much landscaping, too much building, all that kind of stuff to cut it down. And I thought this build deserved 2 parts. That's all I'm going to say. It deserved 2 parts. So if you have any real requirements for the inside, what you want to see, let me know and I can try and incorporate those into it. Hopefully, maybe I should just aim to get this build done for next week. Fingers crossed. But if you don't know, if this is the first video you're watching, you have no clue what I'm going on about, I also have a cake business outside of my regular 9 to 5, and I got a last minute cake to do for this weekend, and also I've got 2, possibly 3 cakes to do next week. So that's why we're not able to get these builds out as quickly as I would like. I would love to be sitting here at my computer and just building, but unfortunately life happens. The whole idea for this came about by Pinterest. Yeah, I know. So I saw one image that just caught my eye, and it was actually a Jacobean mansion. So I love the entranceway, so that's what the inspiration was for this one. I took the same entranceway and kind of tried to recreate maybe the left hand side is a recreation and the rest is made up. But unfortunately in The Sims, of course, we can't have rounded rooms. I wish we had rounded walls. Dear God / Sims team, please can we have rounded walls? Because in the real building, the front, those bay bits there are rounded and they look so good, so good. But we can't. We gotta have straight lines. The day that rounded walls come in to The Sims is the day that I literally die. Yeah, I'd be just too happy and excited that I'd just fall on the floor. But hey, anyway, so loads of landscaping in this one. I've kept, I think, pretty much most of it in. And this actually so I did it 2.5 months ago. But this is actually the second version of this build. I made another build, and this part that you see me doing here, I'm about to add on like a garage bit, like a double garage, and it'll come out at like a right angle. But I tried to do it at 45 degrees, so I tried to do a straight house and then a diagonal garage. Well, it wasn't even a garage actually, it was just a diagonal part of the house, and it just looked, I don't know what, I just literally could not fix the build. The diagonal was just funky dunky. I couldn't get the roof to work out. So it's actually the first build that I've ever abandoned. I didn't technically abandon it, I just rebuilt it for this one, but it was kind of abandoned, wasn't it? Yeah. If I remember, I tell you what, I'm going to insert a screenshot here of the original building that I built, and that just something about it, I couldn't make it work. So yeah, this is its reincarnation. Second time around, it was a lot quicker to build it because I already kind of knew what I wanted to do, and I kind of made a few too many mistakes on the first one, so it just, I was like, no, 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 no. There was a lot more ivy on the first one, I've got to say, but love ivy. And also the fly through to this is another epic one of classical music, and I don't know what it is about classical, but it just kills me every time. So the fly through is like, I don't know, it's happy, but I feel like we're in some kind of epic fairy tale love story or something, featuring the pancakes, of course, because no fly through of mine would be complete without the pancakes. Well, at least one of them. At least there's always Eliza in it. You know what, for that bachelor pad that I did last week, I was just going to do it with Bob Pancakes and make it his bachelor pad. But no, I did Diego Lobo. Yeah, but this one features Eliza with Bob, with Iggy as well. So 3 of them just enjoying the outside. And I have like finished all the furnishing on the outside and everything, all the seating areas, stuff like that. And there is a huge rock pool gonna go in. I don't know if I kept the footage of that. I don't think I did. I think I took it out because you guys have probably seen me do rock pools, natural pools so many times. Mind you, do you know what? This reminds me a bit of a Playboy Mansion. The Playboy Mansion has like the grotto, doesn't it? With the natural rock pool. Oh, gotta. Oh well. Yeah, but this is not the Playboy Mansion by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, how can I recover from this? I don't know. It's pretty. It's really, really simple shape. So I'm not too sure how I'm gonna do the interior. It's meant to be traditional, but somehow, I don't know, I still managed to make it look slightly modern. I think. I don't know how I managed to do that. Just maybe it was like the wallpaper I used. It didn't quite look old. But I didn't want to put those weird like cracks on it. I didn't want to do the vampire cracks to make it look old or anything like that. I just wanted to keep it so it's kind of a old renovated. Yeah, so it's been fully renovated back to its former glory. That's why it looks modern-ish. But not. But yeah. The interior, if you have any like color palette you kind of see the interior in, let me know. This has been up on the gallery. This unfurnished version has been up there for 2.5 months. So if you want it, you can go up there, but wait another week or so and I should have a fully furnished version for you guys. Fingers crossed. I think interiors take me less time than exteriors. I think. I'm not too sure actually. I'm not too sure. I'm going to try and put as many bedrooms in this house as possible because I have labelled it a traditional mansion. So mansions, I just feel, have to have lots and lots and lots of bedrooms. So that's what I'm going to try and do in this. We've got quite a lot of space in the downstairs, to be quite honest. I'm pretty sure we might have to put in a bedroom downstairs as well. Maybe that could be like the butler's quarters. Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Yes. So yeah, I'll fit in like a butler's butlers from, because if you're living in here, of course you can have a butler. Why not? And butlers are in the game now. What do they come with? Vintage glamour stuff, didn't they? Butlers came with. If you haven't got that pack, I would highly recommend it. It's amazing. I think for the exterior of this, what are those? These, I want to give some extra detail, and these are, what are they from? Perfect Patio stuff. They're meant to be like wall decor, but they look so good in that colour. They just look like a fencing of some sort, and I really like the extra detail that added onto the half walls. What we really need in this game is more fences, more like different styles of fences, all that kind of stuff. I was just going to use maybe the vampire stuff, like metal fencing, but that's almost a bit too thin. This was just a little bit thicker and looks so much better. And my new favourite traditional kind of wallpaper is this bowling stuff pack wall thing. It's meant to be like it's meant to be mid-century kind of, what do they call them? I don't know what you call that kind of, do you call it slab or stonework? Whatever it is, it's meant to be like mid-century, but it goes so well for these traditional builds. I used it on my Cinderella house as well. If you haven't watched that, check that one out as well. I'll make sure I link it somewhere in this video, one of those eye button things. But yeah, it looks so good in all of the colours. It comes in like a grayer colour as well, but it just matched this building perfectly. So we've kind of finished the exterior of the house. I do go and make that centre entranceway a little bit darker later on. I don't know if I kept the footage in, but I do make it darker just to stand out a bit more. It looked a little bit like anemic, the build. So I'm just putting in the pathway here of what I see. I knew I wanted to have some kind of circle. I knew I wanted to have a fountain in the middle, because I just think fountains on the like way to the entrance just look amazing. And I knew I also wanted to use that huge planter from, what's it, Romantic Garden Stuff. So that will be used in front of the garage that you see there on the right hand side. And this, of course, is a nice, I think this is just a fountain, so yeah, you won't be able to swim in there. It's a pond, and we do change the colour to make it look really like a pond. And formal planted beds, I think I do them about twice. Yeah, so just, I'm not used to doing formal landscaping. I like to just kind of chuck everything about, but I felt like these flower beds that were nearest to the house needed to be formal and traditional. And also with traditional builds, I love to use lavender. I think that's a pretty much British thing, using lavender for traditional builds. Could be French as well, actually. French, I feel like the French love lavender as well. But I'm doing all these here, and then I'm just like, nah, that looks disgusting. So undo it. Back to square one. And normally I just go back to square one, and then I've just left it for my brain to go onto something else, because if you're struggling on something, I would just suggest you just move on to something else. Just forget about it, and then a brain wave will come back to you. It will come to you, and you'll be like, oh, gee whiz, thank you. So yeah, I wanted to make sure I had some cars out here as well. So I make cars. So that's basically the big planter there is like the turning circle for your cars. Also, can we have cars in The Sims 4, please? Thank you. And yes, I just wanted to make it look really picturesque. I wanted the landscaping just to enhance the building that was already there and just make it look pretty epic. When I finished this, I felt so happy with the way this turned out. I think my Cinderella build is probably, is it better than this? I'm not too sure. But it did happen after this, so I kind of learnt from this one and then took it onto my Cinderella build. So you're just seeing them kind of in the wrong order. But the interiors are going to be on point. Let's just put it that way. They're gonna it's gonna be good. Still gonna try and keep it traditional because the outside is traditional. I know I love a modern interior, but for this one we're gonna try and go traditional. I did have fun doing the traditional interior for the Cinderella build as well. And I also love those like bushes sized up to look like trees. Those are great. Loads of times now I'm sizing up bushes um, because trees are just really weird. Or sometimes I size up trees just to make them taller rather than using a bigger tree because it seems to like block your gameplay. If you enlarge it, then the trunk of the tree gets taller and you can still have great gameplay and the tree isn't in the way. I know they kind of do they kind of disappear when you're in gameplay, but for screenshots, that's what I'm thinking of. For screenshots, they're kind of out of the way instead of using larger ones. But still just putting loads of plants around the didn't like those are too messy, around the pond, and that has to kind of look all natural and lovely and dirty because no one has clean ponds. Come on now. This has got to be my favorite part of the whole build, is this little service entrance way to the garage. I have no idea where it came from, but I absolutely loved it. As soon as I thought of it, I was like, yes. So you have this really, really cute entranceway that I just imagine people holding parties here, like summer garden parties. So British. I don't think it's even a British build, but it's probably inspired by a British build. The house that I was inspired by, so it's only natural. Yeah, so I just love this service entrance. So I'm just like, oh, you'll just have like the caterers. That is meant to be like the caterer's van, just coming in to drop off your delivery of food and set up. Like a marquee would look amazing in the back garden. I wish they had marquees as well in the game, but they don't. And anyway, totally, while I think of new things in the game, so the toddler stuff pack, the trailer came out, like 2 days ago, and it is so cute. Like, I can't even tell you. Like, the cuteness is just like, when you just like, my ice cold heart melted when I saw the toddler stuff pack. And I did have a build planned for the Sims with Disabilities tag, and I'm just going to delay it a little bit because I think some of the items in that pack would go with it so well. So delay on that one. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the toddler pack. The only thing is, there are no new toddler beds with the pack. Apparently, basically the theme of the pack is outdoor things that you can do with toddlers, which, okay, that's kind of good, but man, what's it take to get a new toddler bed? The toddler beds are getting old, and when I do stuff like a CC free build, I just want more toddler beds, please. So yeah, this, if you hadn't guessed, is gonna be CC free, this build. It was meant to be CC free for the collab, but I just feel like this traditional build, there is nothing that is CC that would enhance a traditional build, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think there's such a thing as like traditional CC. People don't tend to make traditional things. So yeah, this is going to be CC free, all the interiors and everything. Yeah, so I only use CC when I think it kind of enhances the look that I'm going for. And so CC would not enhance this look at all. In-game, there's plenty of old in-game stuff that's like, that is the forte of the game, I think, is the traditional stuff. Mind you can't say you're decorating it from an era because then you're screwed. But if you just say general old, then you're good. So we're doing general old. And those are also my new favourite things. The landscaping, this unkept bush thing. I love the way that looks up and sized up as well. It makes a huge ginormous bush and it looks super cool. Have I kept all of this? I think I've kept all of the landscaping in for this back part. I've definitely cut out all the stonework that I put round the pool. This is all play tested, so your Sims can go and swim in said pool. I made sure to test it all. So the unfurnished one that's currently on the gallery, yeah, that's all been play tested already. I probably might make a few tweaks to the furnished version, but I'll keep the unfurnished one on the gallery for the time being. I think no point in taking it away. I've had someone already come from the gallery and ask if there was a furnished version, so here it is. Whoever that person was, sorry. It's this one's taken forever. For me to do this bit, it took me like 2 months before I did this part of it. And then another 2.5 months had passed. So basically this build has been in the works for the last 4.5 months. That is a slow production rate. So apologies on that one. But yeah, more landscaping, more flowers, just more. And this one, the key thing with this is to make sure that I put loads of those big green bushes. I just felt like this needed to be kind of that's it. The gardening needed to be established, which means that everything is like fully grown. So those bushes, the fact that they're sized up ones, you know, they've been around for a long time in this place. And now we're just decorating what are we going to call this? Is this could you call it the porch? Is a porch always at the front? I always think of a porch at the front. And it's not a patio. What is it? I'm going to call it a covered porch. That's what I'm going to call it. Yeah, so you can entertain out here, sit down. You've got a barbecue. You've got like a seating area on one side and then an eating area on the other side. And you'll see little Iggy in the fly-through is having a whale of a time and making a mess out there. It looks so cute. So stick around if you're someone that just likes to watch all the screenshots or fly-throughs. Mind you, we're nearly there. So should have said that at the beginning, that the fly-through is just... I love making fly-throughs now. When I did this build, I didn't even do fly-throughs at the time. I'm so glad that it was kind of delayed because now I get to show it off how it should be shown off and do a fly-through. So, and I was picking out the music for this for naturally pretty quickly. Classical music, for some reason, on Epidemic Sound, they're always short. And I was like, I need to cut down the fly-through so I can get a piece of music that does the whole length of it. But in the end, I was just fine. But yeah, I'm going to make sure I end before the fly-through starts because I want you to get the fly-through music from the beginning. Normally, I'm still talking like over the fly-through music, but I will shut up on this one. And I love this little cutout bit as well, just for another seating area. That's with any kind of big build I do. There are always so many seating areas. It's like, what do I put in this area? Seating! It's like the go-to thing. Just put seating in all the time. But as always, if you have any build suggestions, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section and comment away. I do read all your comments and I do reply to all the comments. I do reply to all of them. So yeah, leave them down below. And if this is the first video of mine you're watching, welcome. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I hope you have enjoyed your stay and you want to stay for more. And if you want to see more of these builds, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you liked it, hit the like button. Why not? Do me a favor. It really does help my channel to grow and for others to discover my channel if you hit the like button. Even if you hit the dislike, same thing. Feel free. But just no hate comments, please. I think I got one person leaving hate comments. It was my first one. I felt so proud. It's like my first hate comments. It was on my 100 Babies challenge, and it was after I've finished, after I've cancelled it. So I was like, whatevs. But I just find them quite funny, that people just have too much time on their hands. So anyway, fly through. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.